Good morning, good morning, good morning. What if what happens to you is for your benefit? It's not something that happens to you, but something that happens for you. Holy cow. When I first heard that, it was like a transformational opportunity. There was a little piece of me that was like, wait, what? Wait. Huh, that little word, to you or for you, wow, that could be absolutely a change in my world, and who doesn't want a little bit of change? Good morning, Joan, it's great to see you. That whole like, please let me have some more change, please, please, please. Good morning, Sarah. It's, for me, an opportunity to just go, yes. And I want to invite each and every one of you, whether you watch me live or you watch me later on, to consider the possibility that it might be something that happens in your life that's actually done for your benefit. There is a plus side to it, a piece to be grateful for, a piece for us to go, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. So my name is Bonnie Sachs, and I do these Sunday lives. I've actually been on Instagram for probably the last, 9 months or something like that, but I did them on Facebook even before then. So I love that I have the opportunity to jump on and just have some conversations about the energetic world, about energy, about healing alchemy, and how I've always seen it as more of those universal truths. Like, that is a truth. Everything is being done for you, not to you. Not to you at all. Good morning, Eileen. I have missed you. I know you've been around. You just haven't been around. It is great to see each and every one of you. So, one of the things I particularly love about Sunday morning is it's an opportunity for whoever wants to jump on and participate in a little bit of healing. You know, maybe you're looking for a little taste of what exactly this whole alchemy thing is, right? Or maybe you're like, holy cow, I've really got something going on and I would like some help moving it. How cool is it that there is a place that you can just jump on and feel free to say, you know, I've really been feeling a little unconscious. You know, I've really been feeling a little out of it. You know, I've really been pissed off and angry, and I could use some more help with that. So I love that I get to be that every Sunday morning. You know, there was a time when I would say, like, oh, God, please, no. Let me have all the information, right? Let me know what is going to be going on. Let me write it all down so I don't make any mistakes, so that I don't have to feel like I'm out there by myself. Nothing could be further from the truth. So, wowsy, wowsy, wowsy. There are a lot of downloads that are coming in for all of us. It was very fun this morning to ask for more gifts from a crystal palace, from a crystal library. Is that weird? Like, is there anybody who goes, really? A gift from a crystal library? A gift from the Crystal Palace? What the heck is she talking about? Well, I'm actually talking about places that exist in the universe that no one told us about, right? And they're places that are always available to each and every one of us. regardless of what we think about ourselves, regardless of what we believe is true. And so each and every one of you have the ability to put your hands out and ask for a gift. And that gift is one that it has a lot of sapphire blue in it. That sapphire blue is worthiness, knowing that you're worthy of having a gift. Yes, Sarah Sachs, you are definitely somebody who's never met a library you didn't like. So feel free to ask for a gift. Sapphire. Now, this gift might be in the shape of some of you have like little rabbits. Yes, because that's going to help move some more fear. Some of you have some mandalas. Some of you have some cubes. I see what looks like sugar cubes for some people. How freaking cool is that? I'm going to put mine right here in my throat because I want to be able to speak more worthiness, right? Speak my worth, because in truth that is what each of us are. Was there enough sense in that? Each of us are. And it's all perfect. So gifts, gifts, gifts available to us. So this part about where I think that something is being done to me. Wow, I've got a lot of examples of that. I was walking through my living room and I swear the table jumped out at me so that I had to bump into it and get a big fat bruise on my thigh. Simple example, right? Can you believe that happened? Oh my God, are you kidding me? And then I remembered, oh, wait a second. If I thought things were happening for me instead of to me, how would I see this differently? Oh, well, let me take a look at that. No, the table didn't actually jump out, so the table isn't the one responsible. But what if it was my higher self that's like, yo, you've got some stuff there. I want you to pay attention to that. Good morning, Jill. So, what if I bumped into that table and got a bruise right there on my thigh where I needed to move something, right? That there was some sort of energetic component that was there that my higher self is like, yo, you're not paying attention, so let me bring your attention to that spot right there and let's move more of that. Turns out that absolutely that's what it is, right? There was a lot of the idea that I'm not enough sitting right there in my thigh. Now, it's a little crazy. Good morning, Nicole. For those of you who aren't in the energetic world, you might think that's a little strange. Why on earth would there be some sort of fear of not being enough in my thigh? Because there's fear of not being enough all over us, right? That's the reason why we walk through the world thinking that things are being done to us. We think that we're not powerful. We think that we have no control in our life. We think a lot of stuff, right? If we actually sat down and looked at it, it would be like, oh my Lord, there's a lot of that in me. I can see how all of that showed up my whole life. You know, when I was in school and I sat in the back of the class and I knew the answer, I knew it, but if I raised my hand and gave the answer and by chance I was wrong, everybody might laugh. Everybody might make fun of me. Or perhaps worse, I would get the answer right. And everybody would think I was a know-it-all. I was teacher's pet. I was trying to suck up to the teacher. Dang, there wasn't a way I could get that right. Right? We all have that. And we've had it since we were young, right? And we've been carrying it around. Here it is on my backpack. Carrying that stuff around, thinking that there's no way we're going to get it right. So of course there's some of that in my thigh. And of course, if I bump into something and get a big fat bruise there, that's something done for me, not to me. It's being done for me so that I have that awareness. That's a little odd, isn't it? Yeah, it's a whole different way of thinking. Whole different way of thinking. And each of us is getting a hat, has a hat available to us that we can put on our heads. It's like an opportunity to go, yeah, I'm going to think just a little differently. Just a little differently. That hat is filled with lots of high frequencies that are going to help you transform more of that, I can't get it right, I'm not thinking right, I'm not doing it right. The whole world is being done to me. And I hear you all going, you don't know my story. If I told you my story in particular, yeah. So we're going to give some more healings for that. More light, more light, more light. Can you believe that's all we have to do? Yo, can I get some help here? I don't want to think that. I don't want to think that I'm being punished. God, that punishment stuff, yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. So, we get to move more of that. And we get to. It's the opportunity. I think Eileen, you were one of those people who said that. Hey, Joanne, it is great to see you. I love all the people who have hopped on Facebook over the last week and said, great to have you back. I love that. Great to have you back. How nice is that? So, what are you bringing to this morning? What's the thing that is most ready to go? Where have you had that conversation with yourself where you go, why is this always happening to me? What am I doing wrong? Why does this keep going on? Bring that to the party. Bring that. Hey, did you hear the really good news? A lot of us have heard this, but the really good news is that there is a new frequency on the planet. Ha! Who knew that the frequencies weren't there? But as we lift the whole planet up, we get access to new frequencies, which means we get to use them in our bodies. That new frequency is the color of grapes, grape purple, purple, and it is the frequency of surrender. Surrender. How much surrender do you need in order to start making a difference? Itty bitty, tiny, itty bitty amount. So let's give some surrender to everybody. Gift, gift, gift. And it does, for me, it shows up as a little tiny crystal of surrender. But that little tiny crystal is powerful, powerful, powerful beyond belief. certainly beyond my belief, because I would be like, what? Really? Yes. That little tiny crystal of purple, grape purple, surrender. It's going right in your brain. And it's going to start transforming the thoughts that we have. How cool is that? The idea, right? Because it really is just an idea. I have these ideas all the time. What if it were just an idea? It's just an idea that I think I'm to blame. Wow, if that were just an idea, if that were just a thought bubble, I could go, poof, and it would disappear. It's just a thought. And I can replace it with another thought. Right, Eileen? Isn't that an awesome frequency? Surrender, surrender, surrender. It wasn't too long ago that I had these thoughts, right, sitting in a thought bubble, that I don't know how to surrender. I must not be doing it right. I don't even know how to do this. Everybody around me is doing it right, because they're surrendering left and right, and they're going up in frequency, and they're understanding, talking to their higher self, and they're just doing it right. And I'm sitting here going, how do I surrender? Do I just do this mudra? Is it this mudra or is it this mudra? Wait, am I actually surrendering stuff? That was something that I felt like I wasn't getting it right. Something was being done to me. When in fact, it was my higher self showing me all that stuff that was moving out, that I already was surrendering. There was nothing more I needed to do. But now we have the frequency of surrender that we can design with. For those of you who have a higher self, who have already learned this, how cool is that? For those of you who don't, there's answers for that too. Your higher self is always on it for you, right? Yes, I want to learn to do that. Let me take that class on the astral. Yes, I want my personality to know how to do that. Let me take that class online. How cool is that? I love that. We get to just put that out into the field, right? Let everybody know surrender is available. Let everybody know that it's not being done to them, that it's being done for them, that you have a higher self. Your higher self is in charge of everything that goes on in your body. Every once in a while, I like to sit and think about what that'll look like when the whole planet knows that they have a higher self that's truly in charge of everything that happens. Whether it's that you're bumping into a table in your living room, or whether it is something magnificent happening. You get that job you've been looking for. You meet that person in your life that helps you with the next thing. All of that stuff, all of it. Ooh, all of that is being done for you. It's just an experience. So, several of you are like, yo, can I have some more of that? Can I have some more of that surrender frequency? Absolutely. Put your hands out. Here you go. This is how you do it. I'd really like to surrender more. I'd like to surrender more of that pain that I have. that pain that makes me think that I'm not enough. I'd like to have more of that frequency. And then, after you give yourself a healing because you think you're just a little crazy, you then get to know that it's there in your hands and put your hands where you most want to move that low frequency, right here. And try not to cry. Try not to notice that. You can't help but notice it because each of us is so totally loved. It's an amazing thing to start to know that you're exactly where you need to be, that things are happening exactly as you've designed them, right? Very, Eileen, I love that. Yes, isn't that amazing? Here's another one. What if you designed everything that happened to you your entire life so that you got to this point and you knew you were enough? So that you got to this point where you're sitting with me on a Sunday morning and you go, yes, gratitude, 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 an awesome frequency. And one of the cool things about the frequency of gratitude is that if you don't have an awareness that it is coming in, that it is raining down on us, you can, as a personality, go, all right, what am I grateful for? Let me think of something I'm grateful for. Oh my gosh, I'm grateful for my family. Oh my gosh, I'm grateful for the place I live in. Oh my gosh, I'm grateful for my glasses. Wow, yes, let me be grateful for my glasses. You can actually, in the physical, be grateful and count your blessings, right? Write them down. And know that as you are doing that activity, the frequency of gratitude is coming in. We also have the frequency of grace coming in right now. Grace to help all of us and our nervous systems, help all of us know that we're totally loved and supported. How cool is that? I know, every once in a while I go, God, I could really geek out on this stuff. Geek out. Eileen, I love that. When you feel like you're just not smiling, whether your cells aren't smiling enough, whether you aren't smiling enough, show some gratitude. Bring up some gratitude. Find something to be grateful for. Even if it's just that you just took your next breath. Wow, yes, even that. And if you really want to take it up another level, be grateful for that table you ran into. Be grateful for however it shows up. I was playing with my cat the other day, and my bad. Cat has claws. Cat ran across my foot. I felt the cat scratch my pinky toe. I was just like, okay. And then that happened, and then I went on, continued playing. Probably wasn't until 2 hours later that I looked at my toe, and I'm like, whoa, look at all that coagulated blood. It had bled a lot. Huh, didn't notice that. Didn't notice that. Unconsciousness. Look at the unconsciousness. Feel free, you can look at all the unconsciousness in my feet. But you don't even need to look at my feet. Look at your feet. Lots of unconsciousness in our feet. Have you ever stubbed your toe and not noticed? Gift, gift, gift. Let's have some socks, some slippers, some shoes, whatever each of you wants, right? You might be in a place where you're like, I could use some socks. You might be like me, like, yeah, no, I'll just take some crystalline slippers around my feet. Move more of that unconsciousness frequency. A lot of you putting that rainbow frequency in, but some of you are putting in that inspiration frequency, bright yellow. How awesome is that? Activate all of those gifts for everybody. Nobody needs an unconscious foot. I love that, Eileen. Gift and gift and gift and gift. And you gifted her that piece of jewelry, but you also gifted her big, big crystalline gifts of, of gratitude. Yes. Yes. Nicole, you are welcome for your socks. Yours, man. Wow, Nicole, yours are all kinds of fun. And yes, Jill, you can actually paint your toenails with some crystal nail polish. That's an awesome idea. And you can go ahead and paint your hands too, because holy cow, things have been showing up for me. I got one really funny story to tell you. 3.5 weeks ago, I came home from my daughter's house with a splinter in my arm. And it was all kinds of craziness at my house, trying to get that splinter out. And my husband was just all kinds of like, oh my goodness. So yesterday I came home from watching The Cutest Little Girl for several hours. And on the drive home, I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. I have a splinter in my finger. Oh my God, really? How did I get a splinter? And I was busy putting answers into my head. Must have been that wooden chair I sat on. Wow, am I really unconscious that I would not see the splinter? And I came in the house and I was, David, we need to get the tweezers. You won't believe this, but I've got a splinter in my finger. And he's like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. And so he's like, all right, you're going to have to work on that yourself because, wow, that was so much work last time. And I was like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wash my hands, get my hands nice and clean, and then I'm going to go into the bathroom and take that splinter out. Wash my hands, went into the bathroom, couldn't find the splinter to save my life. What I did find was a paper cut. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I had a piece of chocolate on the way home and I had it all over my hands. It wasn't even a splinter. It was a paper cut with chocolate in it. Talk about creating something for yourself, right? But I got an opportunity to give my hands a healing. Got an opportunity to move more unconsciousness. So each of you gets a pair of crystalline gloves. You can take a look at what color your gloves are. You can look at how high your gloves go. My gloves usually go all the way up, right? Just take them all the way up because that will be really helpful. You can also do your nails. Eileen, you absolutely have crystalline combat boots. I love it. Lots of awesomeness in there. See? So freaking cool. So freaking cool. And all of this is done for us, right? For us. It's for us. The gifts are absolutely endless. You can collect gifts anytime you want, anytime you have an awareness. I'd like a crystalline bracelet, please. And there it is. I'd really like some crystals for my eyes, please. What would you like? More wonder? You want to have more clarity? Yeah, let's put those in our eyes. It's all available, all the time. So much magic, so much opportunity. more light coming in for each of us. Yourself, your higher self gets to use that any way they want. Yes, I'd really like it for my stomach. Yes, I'd really like it for my back. Yes, I'd really like it for my left knee. Somebody wants it for their patella. How fun is that? Somebody wants it for the right toe, the big toe. It's all there, all the time. And I truly love and bless each and every one of you, whether you watch me live, whether you watch me sometime in the future. The gifts are always available. And it's not about what I do. It's not because you're listening to me. It's because as you listen to me, you remember that you are really powerful, that you have the opportunity to ask for gifts. Right? You remember who you really are. And you are absolutely magical and stellar in every way. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great weekend and have a happy 4th of July.